Alright, in this video I'm going to be replacing a section of the exhaust on my Mazda. This is applicable to any car, it doesn't have to be a Mazda. I got some things that I don't use, like that hanger. Mazda quoted me $1,843 to replace the mid-pipe on this vehicle. I'm going to do this for about $30 maybe. The big thing is the flex pipe and then some of these clamps as well. I end up using only one box. I don't use the Loctite, and I do end up using a whole bunch of that JB Weld. And the Sawzall is pretty important, but you can cut this off in different ways. You can see the exhaust has holes in it all along where that heat shield is and the hanger for the exhaust system. So anywhere they tack welded it is perforated through the exhaust pipe. And overall, I would say the pipe's actually in really good condition. It's just where they welded it, it has gone. In fact, there's other holes, so I'm going to do a patching video next. So the quote from Mazda actually only covered this back end portion, and it wouldn't have covered the front. So it'd be well over $2,000 to do the exhaust repair on this thing, which is pretty crazy for a car with 300,000 kilometers on it. So first thing I did was measure out where I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to use some painter's tape. So I ended up cutting this thing about 1.5 inches shorter on either end than that flexible hose that I got. And the reason I went with the flexible hose is because of the 90-degree turn in the exhaust pipe here. Had it been in a straight section, I would have just got a straight pipe, but because of the 90-degree turn, I got that flex pipe. So once I used the Sawzall to cut this portion out, you can see there's a lot of holes in it, and then when I hold it up, obviously, you can see right through it into the sun. So it was very loud, and when you started, like, exhaust would be pouring out from the side of your car. The reason I don't end up using the new hanger is because I actually just take an angle grinder, and I cut the old heat shield and hanger off the chunk of the exhaust system that I cut off, and I'm going to attach that again later. Now, I messed up this camera. I do have a new camera, so I kind of biffed it up here on this first shot here. But what I did was I put the JB Weld on, slid the flexible hose pipe over, and then put the clamp on and bolted it down. I'm going to get it right here this second time now that I've learned how to work this GoPro camera. So sliding under the car and doing this side better than the last side. Like I said, I use the JB Weld. I get a good smear of this on the existing exhaust system on the car before I put the flexible pipe on. And this JB Weld stuff is very much like using anti-seize. If you get it on yourself, you're going to get it all over the place. So just be a little bit cautious of where you put it. And another point, if you're going to work under your car, especially if you got a rusty vehicle like mine, you're going to want to wear safety glasses. And definitely rust was falling all over my face during the making of this video. So once I got a 360-degree smear of the JB Weld around the existing muffler, I just take the replacement hose and then just slide it over where the JB Weld is sitting. So why when I cut the exhaust out, I cut it a little bit shorter than that exhaust pipe, because obviously you need the old exhaust pipe to go inside the new flexible section. And once I've got everything lined up, I just use a socket to tighten down that clamp. Now I found that even though I bought the smallest flexible hose pipe available, it was still pretty large in relation to the actual exhaust system of my vehicle. So I really did have to tighten down the nuts on these clamps. One clamp came in the box and the other clamp I had to buy separately. I don't know why that is, but that's the case. So I will put links in the description if you need a flexible section of replacement exhaust pipe. Now, the bolts do stick out pretty far, so I come around off camera with a Dremel tool, and I just cut those bolts down a little bit shorter, and basically I take a 1/2 inch off all of them, and that's obviously just to restore some of the clearance in the vehicle, because having your exhaust hanging down 1 inch lower isn't necessarily ideal. Now, one of the final steps I do, as mentioned, I did cut the hanger and heat shield off the old exhaust pipe, so I do go under, and off camera again, I just put that hanger back on the rubber bushing. And then I'm using a 3-inch mechanical hose clamp, and I just use that to attach the new flexible exhaust pipe to the hanger / heat shield combo. And that's pretty much it. I take some JB Weld off camera and just force that JB Weld into any cracks and crevices that I could find where the flexible exhaust pipe meets the old exhaust pipe. Obviously, there's that connection point where exhaust could leak out. So I just added some JB Weld onto that junction point, and you can see that I cut those bolts down. Overall, it works perfectly. Definitely on a high mileage car like this is 100% acceptable, I think, now that it's over 300,000 kilometers. And I'm assuming that this flexible hose piece will last the life of the vehicle now. Anyway, fast, easy, cheap, effective. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.